Welcome back to Overprocessed.
Conversations with Jess and Ruthie.
Today's guest is someone who proves faith doesn't have to be stiff or scary. They're thoughtful, honest, and thankfully very funny.
Well, my accent makes sure it makes it funny.
So please welcome Pastor Sam Rosa.
Well, thank you for having me here. I appreciate you guys bringing me on. I mean, that's brave right there.
I know.
Putting me in front of a microphone, it's not good.
Well, thanks for being our first guest, because I asked you if you'd be our first guest, and you didn't even say yes. You were like, I can record tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
We were like, we're not ready.
Yep.
But life is supposed to be lived in community, isn't that what it's all about? And I think being a first guest is a privilege, but at the same time, it just makes me feel important.
Yes.
Well, you are. I mean, you're not like this huge important person, but you're a big part of my life and my family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't just turn to you for guidance with faith, just in life in general.
Mm-hmm.
I find you one of the easiest people to talk to and one of the most fun people to talk to most of the time. So we wanted other people to hear about you too.
Yes, like I said, it's a privilege to be here. And of course, we have been doing life together for a little while, right? That's kind of, I often say we're together in life. We need each other for a lot of things. And I'm glad to get to know both of you and to do life with you guys. And, maybe not as much as Jess, but Jess.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know you without Ruthie.
That is
so,
true.
I mean, you just opened the door to, which is amazing.
Yeah. So I'm here and I'm committed. Let's see what we got. What happened? Yeah. So we gotta do a little bit of like a disclaimer here. I am not responsible for anything that comes out of my mouth or this lady's mouth. By the way, I am not. All right. I'm not getting paid for this.
No.
Yeah, we have already said we're not responsible for anything that we say.
No, I think every episode we have a disclaimer, anyways. Like it just that's just how we roll.
We're licensed to do hair. That's it.
And I think nobody really understands how important your guys' job is. Or is it a job? Do you feel like it's a job? What you guys do?
No.
It's
no.
something.
I don't go to work every day.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something. When you love what you do, it becomes easy, right?
Yeah.
And then when it becomes easy, you do it with pleasure, and you do a good job because it's what you like to do.
Yeah. We said in our last episode, it's not just about the skill of doing hair. People come to you for who you are. And it's not just about, I love my hair. We made them feel better. We're a person that they've bonded with and become part of their family.
And what I do for a living and what you guys do for a living is very similar. People come to me for who I am most of the time rather than for, spiritual guidance or faith or and I think a lot of what you guys do and what I do, it is very much alike. And, I remember listening to your first episode, how many people comes to you and share life with you, what's going on in their lives. And I think you guys shared that you're like a psychologist of some sort or counselor.
Therapist.
Not a psychologist. No.
Professional therapist. And I feel the same way on what I do because people are looking for someone who's going to listen to them, right? Which I think is the whole point of this podcast for you guys, overprocessed, right?
Yeah.
We overprocess, we think too much in a sense, but we don't have people that's going to listen to us. And I think what you guys do and what I do is just giving people, a place for them to listen to.
Yeah. I think you have to have a really hard time sometimes, though, because we were talking about people trauma dump on us, but people really trauma dump on you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, and you have to kind of be, like, on all the time.
I do, yeah. But, that is one of the people probably don't even know what I do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess we're going to introduce yourself.
Yeah. We're going to let Sam talk a little bit about who he is and what he does.
Yes. I'm a senior pastor at Delaware Christian Church, which means I'm old. That's all that means, right? No, I'm the pastor at Delaware Christian Church. And when you say pastor, I hate telling people that I'm a pastor. Because as soon as you tell people you're a pastor, people change around you. This whole idea of overprocessing once again. They think too much about it. Why? Because they have seen there's so many bad experiences with pastors out there, with churches out there, people being hurt and so on and so forth. So I tell you a quick story. We were just in Jamaica not too long ago, me and my wife. And it was cold. It was 68 cold. It was very cold.
You were freezing.
And it was freezing. So you can't go to the water in the beach when it's 68.
Yeah.
Have you been in that? Like, it's freezing.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So we were hanging out with 30 people in a hot tub, right? Just sitting in a hot tub, just drinking. I found them. Do you drink? Vodka and pineapple juice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
you can drink that all
It's
day
probably so good.
and not get drunk. It's so good. So we were sitting there, and of course, as you're hanging out with people, 2-3 hours in a hot tub with people, they start asking what you do for a living, right?
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as it comes to me, I always
You're like, I'm not supposed to lie
I
either.
So I'm going, should I tell them? Should I not? So now I have a screen printing business too, a clothing business.
Yeah.
So that's what I go to. Like I say, hey, I'm a businessman, like a business owner, right?
Which is awesome.
So I'm not saying I'm ashamed of the gospel. I'm not ashamed of Jesus.
No.
What I don't like is the fact that when you say the word pastor, it comes with all kind of adjectives with it. People doing all kind of crap out there. And I get caught up in the middle, and I don't like that. I'm not perfect, but at the same time, I'm not doing a lot of things that these guys are doing out there.
No.
Yeah. Well, people probably automatically change when they know that you're like, oh, I can't be myself because you're a pastor.
They do. They just shut. They don't.
But if they
talk
actually
about
knew
things.
you for who you are the you're not Pastor Sam to me. You're just
No,
Sam.
yeah, and I don't like to be called a pastor. I'm just
yeah.
a regular guy. I have a different gifting than cutting hairs. It's just to speak, and because I went to school to talk about Bible. I know a lot about Bible, and I'm able to do that. I don't even do counseling like you guys say, pastors do counsel a lot of people. I don't do that. I've ruined a lot of people's lives by giving the bad information.
I wonder if I'm going to do that. Did I just send her out the door and tell her to ruin her to divorce her husband?
Yeah.
I don't want to be responsible for that.
That's why I've even said, are we slashing tires? Are you getting, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't want to give people advice.
So that's really tough because as a pastor, people want to listen to what you say and then they go and do it. Yeah. And I have ruined a lot of people's lives, so I don't do it anymore. I just there's a counselor that I know, I send them to them, and my job is just to listen to people, accept them for who they are. People are rejected all the time. I want people to feel accepted when they come to talk to me. Absolutely. And leave this place with a little bit of a comfort. That's it. But I'm from Brazil originally. Came to the U.S. in 2000.
What part of Brazil are you from? I just know Brazil. I don't
So, my family lives in São Paulo City, on the outskirts of São Paulo City. Okay. Like, Delaware is from Columbus. Campinas is from São Paulo City. Okay. So, it's a big metropolitan place. My town, Campinas, is, I think it's 3 million people right now.
Oh, wow.
So, it's big. Yeah. It's bigger than Columbus. I think Columbus is like 1 million, maybe. And so, that's what my family currently lives. I was born in the central part of Brazil called Goiânia, which is like the redneck Brazilian people. Like that's where we came. That's where I came from.
I love it.
So it's like, I grew up with no shoes on my feet, no shirt, just running down the streets of Brazil, no pavement, no nothing. It's just dirt, trees, very free. And I miss that part of the simplicity of my upbringing, right?
Yeah.
There's so much that happens right now. We're so busy with so many things. So being simple is a good thing. I miss that part. But I don't miss not having shoes or shirt. Stuff. I came to the U.S. in 2000. I knew as much English as you might know Portuguese when I first came, which you guys are fluent in Portuguese.
No.
Yes?
Nope.
No? Okay, well.
I can pretend.
Hey, that was my life. That's my life right there, pretending.
Google Translate.
So, I came in after a long time of just hustling and working 2, 3, 4 jobs and making some adjustment to life and changing a few things and giving my life to Jesus, which is the whole thing. My life changed, and I went from a drug addict and alcoholic, a rebellious kid, to what I am today.
Was your dad always a pastor, like growing up? Like you grew up a pastor's son, right?
Yes, I grew up a pastor's kid. My dad is a pastor. My dad is a lawyer too.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, he was a lawyer. My dad is a crazy story. My dad grew up really, really poor, and in the 50s and 60s in Brazil, and so very not his dad who has a farm, so he was a farmer boy. He works in the farm. He's have 11 brothers and sisters. It's a big family. You know, when you don't have TV, what do you do? So that was my grandpa, and so the kids working at the farm. My dad turned 18. Never had gone to school, anything like that. 18, he was given opportunity to go to his school. So he graduated from high school in 2 years, I want to say, an accelerated program. And he graduated from college, law, and seminary at the same time.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
The guy is impressive.
Yeah.
So I only went to seminary and it's not fun. I can't imagine doing both at the same time. Yeah. So he was able to do that. And then once he was able to do that, he just started to work, hard. And my dad he lives well today because of all the work he did.
That's amazing.
So I think that passed on to his kids. Me and my brother and my sister, we all saw my dad hustling up as we were growing up. I can relate to that for sure. Yeah. So, So he became a pastor, he became a lawyer, became a very successful lawyer, a very successful pastor too. I don't know how both works together because lawyers are crooked. I'm sorry if you're a lawyer out there and watching this, or if your husband is a lawyer. But lawyers don't have a good reputation. Yeah. So for the most part, there's good lawyers out there, and he did both, and they're very successful. But, as a pastor and a lawyer, your kid has to behave in a specific way. And I never did. I was a rebellious kid. Yeah. And so, at the age of 18, he kicked me out of the house because I wasn't fitting in with the process life that he was wanting for his kids. So,
But I think, too, all of that, is what sets you apart. From all of the other... I've been to different churches, and I think you are just raw and real, and you stay true to yourself. And I truly think that that's because of your past and your background and your upbringing. It just absolutely sets you apart from everybody else.
Yeah, you're so much more relatable because of that too.
Yeah, because you've been through a lot. So not that any other pastor that's not what I'm saying, but I think it just...
Well, as a kid who grows up in church, you get fed up pretty fast with the lack of authenticity. The people like you. So it's kind of hard to talk about this because, people get very defended about their church, about their faith, about all these things. Right? So I don't want to bash people here. But what I'm saying is you grew up in church, you get very fed up with the lies that you're told, and then get older and you start to realize, oh my goodness, these people are telling me this all wrong. It's not true. Or why would they manipulate me in that way? And the lack of authenticity, it just gets in the way of what the real thing is. So I don't try to pretend.
No, and I think that's why you are so different from a lot of other. It's the authenticity, is what it is.
It comes across pretty loud and clear. I think.
I just want to be myself. Why do I have? So, I'm saying, I was in a hot tub drinking some vodka and pineapple, and I can't be. As soon as people start to, as soon as I tell them what I am,
there's a stigma around.
There is, and then I have to change, and they change, and I no longer can be myself, and I don't want that. Who wants to live a fake life just because of people's expectations?
You're yourself, I think, to the congregation though, because there was a couple months ago, you were like, I just told you all to stop acting like an idiot, but then I got into a fight over a parking spot at a hospital with somebody, so I was acting like an idiot. So again, you're authentic and real, and you're not. I love the whole imperfect and valued and loved. It's a great message.
Yes. For those that don't know, Sam and it's Danny, right? Have a business together, and
I was supposed to put some clothes in your guys' store next year.
You'll get we're busy.
You guys have exciting things coming up.
Yeah, we do. It's, which I don't know if you can talk or not, but we are expanding.
We can talk about whatever.
Our business a little bit, but and it's the whole idea of imperfection, right? It's a lot of people expect you to be perfect. I'm sure for you guys, when people come to do hairs with you, there's some kind of idea of what perfection is.
Yeah.
How many people yell at you guys for not doing their hair is perfect? Does that happen at all?
I mean, I've had known several times, like somebody full blown like freak out, and then it sends me, because we're in the business of people pleasing.
Yeah,
so
you want to
it
make them
sends
happy.
me into a panic, and then I struggle with that because I mentally shut down, and I'm like, okay, this is how I'm going to fix it, but like I can't have a conversation with this person while I'm fixing it. Like I'm like weaving, like trying to like make it all better, and I'm like mentally like, bah!
I've definitely had them upset, and I can tell they don't like it, but they haven't actually like flipped out on me. But I'll be like, what can we do to make it better right now?
Yeah.
You know, or come back
And
later.
it's usually not your fault, right? It's usually like what they ask for.
I mean,
or
it just
what
depends.
Sometimes, I guess sometimes the like consultation, the communication wasn't there. Sometimes it's their fault. Like they lied to us and told us they didn't have anything else, and we put bleach on their hair, and they did have something else on there. Or they bring us an AI picture that's not real.
The AI photo.
And they're killing me.
Can you fix me with the AI picture? I'll take it.
We'll give you some hair.
Well, you better give me some, because you're picking on bald people. I was like, what is wrong with you?
No, we weren't picking on anybody.
We just had to shout out to our bald people. That's all, you know.
Okay.
Those are the clients we don't get to see.
That is true. Well, if you do beard, I will show up over there.
Yeah.
See, can you make this all completely white, you think?
No, see, that's where
Why
people
not?
want unrealistic things.
Oh, so talk to me about that. You cannot make this all white.
I mean, we would have to like lift all of it, and your hair is so dark that it would be orange. Then you could be getting fuggish.
Listen, one of my dear friends, he has me color his beard. Well, we did it once, but we're supposed to do it again. But he has kind of an orange beard, like red beard.
Okay.
So yeah.
So what he wants, black?
No, we do. We just dye it orange to make it more like prominent, and it gives him a whole.
He's like a totally different personality.
Is he a white boy? Oh, he gotta be a white boy.
Yes.
He turns into King Fergus.
And he starts saying like, "Hello, governor," and he turns into a whole. I don't even know if it's Irish, Scottish.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but that's
so
what
funny.
You would look like.
You would probably have a whole different personality if we bleached your beard.
Like orange?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Well, why? Why you say that? So it changes people's personality when people dye their hair?
I mean, yeah.
It could.
Really?
It could.
So if someone has
You get that big confidence boost.
So if you have like a brunette person and then she comes, I want to be blonde, and you make her blonde, would she become like dumb blonde?
No.
No, might be a little more sassy.
Yeah. It just may be like a different version of themselves that they already have.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think the hair, how people do their hair, like change their personality?
Oh yeah, like if you're having a bad hair day, you're gonna have a bad day.
Oh,
like
It has to do with like confidence,
Mhm.
is what it is. It's a confidence thing.
I have that with shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, we all have
Like
our
you
thing.
got a little more pep in your step.
Literally.
No, I
the
mean,
right shoe.
there's nothing like a new
Skipping
shoe. You
in.
put a new shoe on, it's like the whole day become another different thing. That's,
Yeah, well, like that feeling where you just can't get, like, you put an outfit on, you're like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. It's kind of the same thing.
No, but the thing with hair is that outfit you can switch, a hair you can't necessarily.
Yeah.
You said something in your first, like if you mess up, you can grow hair again. Well, that's not true.
Yes, hair always grows. That's what I said.
It does not grow.
Do you not, like, bick your head? Nothing. You don't get anything.
Well,
You don't get any stubble whatsoever on the top of your head.
Not on the top of my head. I promise
Or
you.
on the side.
This right here is as clean as you can get. Look how smooth it is. Touch it.
Even on the sides.
It's white because I put oil on it.
It's fine. Do you have to, like, shave over here
Yeah, I
or
have to
anything?
shave on the
See,
sides.
it grows.
Yeah,
It grows.
see?
Yeah, but only on the sides.
That's how my husband's is too. He just has to. He
Well, you
makes
have
it.
to shave the sides, because you don't want to look like.
You
know
should
what
let
Moles
that
of the
all grow
Clown
out
is?
sometime, and that would totally change your personality.
No, the confidence that you were talking about, it will go off the window right there.
See?
Like, who wants to see someone with like,
Who is that guy?
I know. You'll be like, that's not my passion. That's for sure.
I bring somebody for the first time and be like, I promise you, that's not our pastor.
I did have a bet with someone one time that if I lost the bet, I'll have to grow the sides. And I was like, sure, let's do the bet. And then I lost. I was like, how much do you want it? I am not growing the side of my hair, so I paid up.
I will give you $500.
Well, not that. No, but you know who goes with the clown days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be looking like that. Like, that's not good.
Is it curly too?
It's curly.
Oh, that would
Dude,
be
I used
better.
to have such a nice fro growing up. Even in the 2000s, like when I came to the US, like in Brazil, you didn't pick your hair like Americans did back in the 2000s. So I learned how to pick my hair. And then you remember when you put the...
Stick it
the-
in
Oh my
there.
gosh,
the
yes.
comb
Like
in there.
Ludacris?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, Ludacris
Yeah.
is actually, someone I used to like back in the day. Now that I don't know him today, like you look at him, like like the baggy pants, showing your undies, and then you have the thing.
We're definitely going to do a
Oversized
side by side if you have a picture of yourself
Oh
with
my
a pick
gosh,
in your hair
yes.
and like side by side with Ludacris.
If I have, no, I don't look like Ludacris. No, people
Get
have
out the
said,
way.
yeah, no, I don't.
He drives like that though.
Like Ludacris, maybe. I mean, I'm better than him. Right? Come on. Well,
Oh, goodness.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
yeah, but so yeah, where you had some pepper questions you said you're gonna ask me.
Oh, yeah. I thought it would be funny to do like rapid fire questions just to like kind of get to know you.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have any, but I have a couple. Because of being a pastor and you taking like, you hear a lot of people's stories and it's heavy stuff. What do you do in your spare time to help yourself through those moments of like, because I know we carry stuff with us home and I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you do that's like helps you cope or helps you through any of that?
Tequila shots.
Okay, well, perfect.
That's not true.
I can't do that anymore.
Getting too old.
Sam's just chugging the bottle.
No.
Forget the shots.
That's great. Like, I think recharging is a very important thing. We live in a world, which is, I think, is what you guys talk a little bit on your podcast, and it's what you're talking about. We're so overprocessed that one of the things that it takes, it drains your energy out of you.
Yeah.
Right? And so you need to find those things that bring joy back to you and to recharge you, right? And that's one of the things that I do for myself is playing soccer, and I do that with
I knew
Colin.
you were going to say that.
So it is so funny how, I mean, just like yesterday, I had a busy day yesterday with all kind of different things going on. And I have, you processing everything.
Yeah.
If it's the business that we have, or if it's here at the church, the people, there's complaints. There is, a lot of
You're
people
pulled in a lot of
complain. There's
Yeah.
people sharing with me what's going on in their personal lives.
Yeah.
So you're trying to be a voice on all these spaces and be a different maker in people's lives and different things in our community.
Yeah.
So it drains a lot of you,
Oh,
right?
wow.
It drains a lot of you. So soccer is one of those things that yesterday I drove from here to Easton. It's a 40 minutes drive, actually 25. So, and then we get there. But as I'm driving there, I'm thinking people are texting. I'm voice texting because you can't text and drive, by the way. So I'm just talking to Siri, who doesn't understand me.
Oh, yeah.
Siri does not understand me.
I know what actual texts are like. I can only imagine what Siri texts are like.
I know. So Siri doesn't understand. So I'm like, no, erase. And she erases and do it again. And then she messed up another thing. It's like, So, but by the time I got there, you were just like, think about all this stuff. I got in the soccer field. All of this stuff disappeared, right? Even after I play, I got back in the car and I'm driving home. All the noises from before disappeared because of soccer. So soccer is something that I do that recharges me. Going to the gym. So I go to the gym, try to go to the gym, at least once a day. Sometimes I go 2 times.
Yeah.
But go there, and the people think it's not for nothing more or less than to think about other things, listen to music, and I'm focusing there. You're focusing on what you're doing, and so it really helps me. But once a year, I have to go to the beach, put my foot in the sand, take some sun.
Yeah.
You know, I actually need to meet the spray tanning lady at your place because my call is kind of disappearing right there.
Too late.
You know,
Shout out to Danielle.
you said I went to Jamaica, but it was cloudy and rainy the whole time, so I didn't get to retouch my skin.
You need a little touch up.
Yeah, I need you know. So those are the three things that, the two things that really, you know, recharged me.
That's good.
It is important to have things that you like to do, not things that people like that you do. You know?
Well, it's important to have an outlet because if you don't, then you're just, I mean, that stuff will eat you alive.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I think that's awesome.
Well, and you take on everyone else's stuff, but then you have your own stuff too.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest lies that people have heard is that pastors are perfect people and they have nothing going on. Right? My life is just like yours. There's no difference. So don't put me on the pedestal because I'm entitled to mess just like all of us are.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. Messing up is what we do. When we get it right, that's when we need to celebrate.
Yeah.
So I have problems. You know, I'm married, 3 kids. You know, people think that Laura and I have this perfect marriage. No, we don't. We hate each other most of the time, you know, but then we love each other too.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 kids, one in college, you know, being a parent of a 20-year-old kid.
She's dealing with that right
insane.
now too. Yeah.
They do crap and we have to clean up.
Yeah. And it's hard. That's the thing with having an adult child is, it's very hard because it's like, you're still trying to be their parent, but they're technically an adult. So they're going to make decisions and we can't just be like, well, hey, this is how it's going to, you know, they got to like.
I was the type at that age, if they told me to do something, I was going to, or not to do something, I was going to do it or do the opposite.
It's
you know,
hard.
that's.
So I want to be friends with my kids.
Yes.
Like parents are not friends with kids. They should. They're parents.
Yeah.
But I want my kids to like me and to be friends.
Yep.
So when a 20-year-old is messing up and you're gonna come down on them, they will look at you like, "Excuse me, this is my own life." Right? It's hard.
It's so hard.
And so we love our kids and we'll be there for. We'll never reject our kids for the mistakes they make.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But seeing them make some of the mistakes that they make or are making is like, that's insane.
Hard.
Yeah,
it's
hard. It's so hard.
So then I have a 15-year-old girl at home that's like, I mean, you guys know how that is. You know, it's insane. So, so we don't have perfect lives, and we mess up all the time, and people expect you to. And you know this. I don't pretend to get it all together. I do know what my responsibility is and what kind of example I need to set. But I mean, Colin knows this a lot about me. We're in how many red cards me and Colin had because we're just cussing in the middle.
Well, the amount of times he's come home and been like, "Oh man, Sam, blah blah."
I know.
But I know how he is too. I'm like, you gotta chill out. You're gonna break a bone or something. Or like, he really did have that guy attack him. Like, and that's the thing. When you do well on a sport, men's are competitive, right? So when you're Colin is fast as heck. So people are like, you know, just trying to foul him.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So, you know, and we don't put up with stuff like that. So we often get in arguments out there. Although we have been doing really good lately, I'll say.
You guys have been under control.
Listen, I played soccer back in the day, and it is, if you're a competitive
you
person.
You played soccer?
Oh my gosh. I was so aggressive. I was so aggressive and always got in trouble, so I get it.
I didn't play any sports. I went to parties in high school.
Well, I did that. I did that after.
I'll play soccer during a party afterwards. But, so yeah. I don't know did I answer the question maybe?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, absolutely.
I forgot you asked a question.
Yes, you did.
Soccer and working out is his outlet.
Yeah, that is my outlet.
That's a good outlet.
And the beach once a year, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I have a question. I guess if you weren't a pastor, what else would you do?
Ooh.
Do you want to hear for the story? No.
I always love funny stories.
If I wasn't a pastor, I would like to, my dream, so I never want to be a pastor. I don't know if you probably have heard me say this before. I never pursued to be with the place I don't think I'm worthy of being in this position. I do not. I really don't have things figured it out. And it seems like the pastors kind of have some kind of a good image of some sort. And every time I go back to Brazil, people look at me, it's like, I can't believe you're a pastor. I know, me neither.
But again, that's why those of us that come to your church come, I think.
Yeah. So like I didn't pursue, I don't want to be here. I want to be a soccer player. I always want to be a soccer player. And then I had the opportunity in the US to coach college. So I coach soccer for 6 years in the college level. I was very successful for the context that I was in. So I wanted to be a soccer coach in the US, just being, academics and teaching and then being a soccer coach. But it didn't happen that way. So I always say that my life, it feels like I'm a boat. If I could have a tattoo, my first tattoo would be like a sailboat.
Well, you had an opportunity to have your first tattoo already once, and you didn't do that.
Well, I'm afraid. Pain is not good.
Okay.
So, like, people say it doesn't hurt.
I was like,
it's really not that bad.
It's not that bad. I would not have as many.
And then they start doing, and you're like, I don't want to do no more. And then all of a sudden, you just have like 5 little points. I'm like, what is that? I'm like,
Okay, so if you really had a tattoo, what would it be? A sailboat?
So it would be like a sailboat on the ocean with the sun and the breeze somehow, because I felt that's how my life has always been.
Yeah.
I've always been like, I feel like I'm in the middle of this ocean and the breeze are the one dictating where I go. And I'm here today not because I pursue be here, never thought I would be a pastor, never really wanted to. I think it just God brought me to this place on his own accord. So I have never really pursued it and tried to get out of it many times, but the wind kept blowing me into this direction. So that's how I feel like my life. I have never really planned life. I think a lot of people want to plan their lives and they have an outcome that they have in front of them that they want to pursue. I think that's honorable. I think that's great for people out there.
Yeah.
And if it works, that's awesome. But I have never planned life. My life, I'm here today before you ladies. I never planned this. I'm thankful, present, and take advantage of the moment.
Yeah.
But I never planned to be here. And so that's how I've been my whole life, right? I have always flying by the seat of my pants, just living life and trusting God, and things happen the way it needs to be. So
sometimes it's the best way, though.
I mean, I envy people who make set goals.
Yeah, I would be too scared to not achieve them. Like, I'm too much of a, if I have this goal and I don't achieve it, that's, I just don't want to.
Why is that?
I don't know. So I just don't set the goals and
you just
wing it through life.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid of failing.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. I don't want to fail. But I guess I also have never set out to do anything. I couldn't wait to get out of this town.
Sure.
In high school, I could not wait to get out of this town. And I wouldn't ever want to leave now. And I never thought I would be doing hair. I kind of thought I would be good at it, but, I was the one that was like braiding in school and stuff, but it just, again, kind of fell into my lap and I had an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I had one of my clients tell me that her daughter wants to go into cosmetology. And she was like, well, what do you want to do? Work in a big salon, own your own place? And she was like, well, I would just kind of love to do what Ruthie does. And that was the coolest thing to hear, that I'm where somebody aspires to be. I don't look at myself as
so you didn't plan to be a hair stylist. Why did you plan to be?
I wanted to be a journalist. Ooh. But I didn't because I love.
I did not know that.
I know.
Yeah, which
I didn't know that either.
That's so funny because I am not good at words at all.
Yeah, but hello, the podcast.
I know. So this is what's crazy. I've always said.
I have heard you talk. You can talk a lot.
I know. Well, I have said that if podcasting and YouTube and the world it is today existed in the early 2000s, I probably would have been a true crime podcaster because I'm fascinated by that stuff. But I'm not someone that wanted to be on camera. I'm not going to be on the news being a reporter. And I didn't want to be, the newspaper journalism is on its way out. But I always loved the idea of that.
What about you? What would you be? Or you always wanted to be a...
No.
What was it?
I partied way too much in high school. I wish I would have focused more on my academics because I originally wanted to become an RN, but
changing diapers of
I barely graduated high school. So I was like, well, trade school it is. And so I was like, well,
Do you regret that?
No, I don't.
Okay, good.
No, I don't. I think at the time I was just like, this is just what it's going to be for now. I actually ended up leaving hair for a little while. Probably, oh my gosh, how long? Let's see.
Probably like 8 years ago.
8 years ago, yeah.
Oh, you stopped being a hairstylist?
Yeah, I left the hair industry.
Why?
I went to school for dental assisting. And I was a dental assistant for a while. Hated it. Going from being super creative every day to doing the same thing every day just wasn't what I was meant to do. So I came back to hair. And
so why did you leave hair?
I've always wanted to either become an RN or get involved in dentistry. And it was kind of one of those, I might as well try it, or if I don't, I'll regret not knowing.
Yeah, but for creative people, because that's what you guys are, creative people, having the same routine every single day, doing the same thing, that's a killer.
Yeah, that's why I think I left dental assisting so quickly, because it's the same repetitive thing over and over and over. I was like, if I have to make one more temporary crown, I'm gonna like gouge my eye out with the drill.
And we do the same thing over and over and over, but it's
different. Yeah, it's different.
Well, and that's how I see hairstylist and nail stack and all the industry. How you call it? Cosmetologist?
The beauty industry.
The beauty
industry.
I should get into that, you know.
You could do beards.
Yeah.
No, you don't want me to do. But like, that's what it is artists, is a creativity thing.
Yeah.
And so
I actually didn't realize that I was creative until I started doing it.
yeah, that's cool. That's pretty impressive. So, mouth. Did you smell anything bad when you were doing that?
No, you're wearing full like PPE.
So when you wear that, you can't smell anything.
No.
That would be the freakiest thing for me. Like people come with their teeth, like, oh, I don't have nice teeth, but like I don't have no holes on mine, you know.
Yeah, so, you get some gnarly teeth, like
oh man, there's people with some nasty stuff out there.
I've stood in on a surgery procedure that was happened on a note, which I'm not gonna get too far into it, but I almost passed out.
Yeah,
the root of the tooth was up, and it was like up and it was an extraction. It was up and over. A flap of gums were hanging, and I was like, I'm gonna have to leave. I'm gonna have to leave the room. I was like, I'm gonna need to be excused, because I was like about to drop like right there.
No, I'm glad you became a stylist. It's not nice. That would be insane. I could not do it. That would be insane. But the same thing with RN and all this stuff. Like, I mean, you have to start as an LPN, and you're doing some like maybe not. I don't know how the career. But then you gotta do some. Just having to deal with people's bodily fluid.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I think it was just mostly for like just wanting to like care, like give care in some way. Yeah,
which we're still doing.
And that's what you do.
Yeah.
You're not. Then you combine both things that you guys like to do.
There's actually a lot of hairstylists that wanted to be RNs, and RNs. That one of my.
There's a lot of people that will leave one and
do the other. Oh, that's cool.
I think it has a lot to do with like caring for someone, giving care. So
I didn't realize that how much you're touching people, and you're all up and close and personal with people. You're all up in their business.
Yeah.
And I like pet people automatically without talking. You know, like when they sit down in their chair and I'm automatically doing this.
Yeah.
It's just...
So journalism, what would you focus on? True crime? What is it about true crime that you love?
I just find it's not even like true crime. Like
just crime in general.
Well, no,
you're committing crime. I'm watching.
Listen, I talked about it on the first. I think like cults are really fascinating, and why people get into those.
The Scientology guys.
Yeah, well, not even just that. Like we have even. Like people that have been in other religions that I'm like,
do you know what I think about cults? Like cults are maybe this is a problem. I don't know.
We don't want to be in one. We're just
but like most cults are populated by codependent people.
Yeah,
just know what I'm saying? Like
well, and I think everyone's looking for something, and they. We're big Swifties. Like that's a cult in a way, but it's a positive cult.
What is the definition of a cult?
I don't really know. So listen,
you're getting me.
I know. So listen, there is this ex-Scientologist. He always said that the difference between a religion and a cult is what happens when you try to leave.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because
which is huge.
I mean, we can start a religious or ideological group characterized by extreme devotion to a person, idea, or movement, often centered around charismatic leaders and marked by unorthodox beliefs, social isolation, and high levels of control over members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just think all kinds of things like that. Like even now, like the true crime genre is huge. It's not. I just think telling people stories is really cool too. Yeah. Hearing what people have to say, sitting down and talking to people. I don't really know what kind of journalism I wanted to go into. It was just what I was interested in. But I also hit my senior year and quit going to school a lot and barely made it through.
Most creative people do not like school because school is so processed.
Yeah.
There's a systematic way by which people, they don't take in consideration who we are, the individual, so they just put this curriculum together and everybody got a line or abide to it or conform to it. And a lot of us don't do that. The same thing for me in a sense. I learned to like reading and because of what I ended up doing. But growing up, I didn't like school. I didn't like reading. That's stupid.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But now that's what I do for a living.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy how it ends up, how life works.
Yes.
Yeah. So I actually didn't plan on talking to you about this, but I have had this in my mind the last couple of days. So I want to ask you about it because I feel like it's just in general. So can you talk about discernment a little bit for me?
Discernment?
Yes. That's such a random thing to ask you about.
Why?
But it's just been a word that's been coming up a lot lately. Like to me,
what is your definition of discernment?
So like when you know better, you do better. Kind of, right? Like you're older and wiser, so you're but like biblically, I don't know much about what it means in the Bible at all. But I don't know. I just feel like it's been coming up in my like things that I've read, or even on like a TikTok comment, I saw somebody say something. I'm like, why does this word keep coming up to me?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just putting you on the spot and asking you.
No, yeah, I love that. Thanks. I think there is some kind of a myth that comes up around discernment. And even the word wisdom, right? Because in the Christian context, wisdom and discernment often is put together. And so people think that discernment and wisdom is this mystical thing that you get out of like the Holy Spirit that speaks to you in a very weird way. And then you get to know exactly what you're supposed to do at this exactly time. And I have never had that, right? And I have never had wisdom or discernment come to me in that way where you're like mystically getting a message like...
same. But is it that like feeling, you're like, I know that I shouldn't do this type thing? That's the Holy Spirit that we're feeling, right?
I mean, maybe. I mean, these are all very interesting because people are so certain of how the Holy Spirit speaks to people or how you feel God or how you feel the Spirit, right? In the Christian context, they're so certain about that. I tend not to be so certain about few things, right? When I know for certain God was doing something in my life or something in the realm in which I'm involved by the results of it, right? Sometimes you need to make decisions and you then got to use wisdom and discernment to make those decisions. And you don't know if the decision is out of wisdom and discernment until you see the product of that decision. And then you say, wow, God was with me throughout this process. Or there was some things that didn't go as I planned, but God was still in it because the result was a positive result. So people mystify that a lot. For me, discernment is experience and good practice putting together for a good outcome. Okay. Right? So that's for me what it is. We all have had experience. A lot of people have experience but don't use those experience in order to make decisions, to practice things well. You know this, how to discern how to do a hair well. I just told you, hey, I want to make this white. Can you do it? You're saying, no, it's not a mystical thing. It's like, it's your experience has led you to come to this place, to this position and say, hey, Sam, you can't do that. You can't become white. It's going to be orange, right? It's going to be orange. Yeah. So you will, out of discernment, say, hey, the probability of that becoming white is 1%, right? And it's not going to happen, So your experience dictates a lot of that, of what the discerning part of a decision making. Because if you don't use your experience and you don't use discernment, you'll be like, yeah, we can make it white. And then by the time you get it, it's orange. And then you're like, oh crap.
I can't wait to shave it all off.
And so, and wisdom is practicing that in your life daily, right? Wisdom is a daily practice of what you experience, using those things daily in order to achieve a better outcome. And of course, knowledge has something to do with that too. So in a biblical perspective, wisdom is learning from God, right? And then finding the discernment through your experiences to apply to the specific aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And I think that's what most pastors do. People call me, man, you're so wise and so discerning. I was like, I am not. I just know what God expects of us.
Yeah.
And I have had some experiences.
Yeah.
So I put those together and I tell you, maybe this is how it should be. But then you got to make your own choices.
That's how I was looking at it back on like my past experiences and mistakes I've made, and I'm not going to keep making those same mistakes because
But people are not discerning. They keep making the same mistakes over and over and over again. If they would apply their experience to it, they would discern in the moment that that's actually not the best word to be said here, or not the best action to be taken here. Yeah. It's not the right approach to it because I have done this and not. And sometimes the decision you make in one specific place, the principle of it should apply in a different aspect of your life. That's called discernment too. So you're like, this is a different context, but the principle is the same. You apply this principle you learn here, there, boom, good results. And then you're like,
Yeah. All right. So, that was like deep. Sorry to put that on you.
Yeah, no. A lot of people think it's like this mystical thing. People who are closer to God has wisdom and discernment. It's like, no, wisdom and discernment is simple.
I also feel like, I don't know, the more I walk with God and the closer I get, it's like you just kind of drop those things that you know are not good for you anymore too. So I don't. Yeah. Is that the same thing as discernment in that way of you know better, so you're not doing that anymore?
Yeah. I think I give people a lot of the benefit of a doubt because most of us are doing what we think is best with the knowledge we have at the time. So with the resources you have, with the knowledge you have, with your heart, you're trying to do the best that you can. Right? And sometimes we fail to do that. But when when we do that and it fails, we need to learn from those experiences, right? Because I say most people are doing what they think in their heart is the best thing. And there are some people who are out there who's really messed up, evil, and they know their malice and what they do is to hurt people. Yeah. But the majority of the people, they're trying to do their best. Yeah. Trying to care for people with the resources they have. They're trying to put those in the disposal of people, being generous. But it doesn't turn out well. And instead of looking at it and saying, why didn't that work? You should be like, well, that didn't work. I'm learning from that. I'm not doing that no more. And then when different situations arise, you can apply all that learning into that situation. Yeah. And you become a discerning and wise person, leading you to live better life. That's how I see it. I can give you an example, then it becomes weird.
No. But I think a lot of people keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expect a different outcome. So that kind of,
Why do you think people do that? Why do you think people repeat the same old mistakes over and over and over again?
I don't know. I wish I had
I know. I definitely have been guilty of that myself.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's like, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different outcome. So I think that kind of...
Let me throw something for you ladies out there. Could it be that we do the same old thing over and over and over again because we know we're not supposed to, but we are afraid of the unknown, of the change that comes?
That makes sense. Yeah.
With change. One of the reasons why people stays in toxic relationships, can we talk about that maybe in a second? Yeah. It's because the unknown of living it is a lot more scary than what you already know. You already know that the relationship is toxic. Maybe the guy or the girl is verbally abused and you know what that is. And because you have suffered for so long, it's a weird thing, you're actually comfortable in that mess. You hurt, it's not good. But you're so comfortable with that leaving that becomes like becomes like a big problem. Addiction is the same thing.
Yeah.
Like people are addicted to drugs or whatever that is. To live that, the uncertainty of that,
it's scarier to be
is
sober.
so much more scary than knowing that you're an addict and you know what the results you get. You're already used to that. Your heart has been used to to what that is. So when you have to step into the unknown, you're like, I don't know how
it's scarier than being comfortable in your situation.
So that's why I try not to judge people who is on the same pattern of life, because they need help understanding that the future is can be so much better, so much freer. And I don't like the word free because freedom is used in so many ways. But,
that'd be a whole nother episode.
But freedom comes with a lot of responsibility, and that's scary too. Everybody wants to be free, but once you are, you're like freaking out, like, what do I do now? Before, in the toxic relationship, at least I knew exactly what my role was.
And you have someone in there with you too. You're out by yourself when you're free.
Yeah.
Poor Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. What do you mean by that?
Well, once we freed Britney, she lost it.
Well, that is
that's what I just thought of.
That is so
squirrely.
true. Yes. Because when you are in a specific part or season or context, you know what the outcomes are, and even though you hate it, you're comfortable there. You live there, you lose your mind, and then you know what you're doing here. You're always thinking, man, I should never have left that place. Should never have left that relationship. Should not have left the drugs, because you're so uncomfortable here. Because everything is new and you got to make good decisions, and things are not turning out. The results are not coming the way you want it to come, and so you lose it for sure. But I was talking about Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera the other day.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That I just brought up Britney Spears.
I know.
I love her, but I'm gonna just pray for her. She needs it.
That's
but
nice.
anyway,
why?
No, that's nice.
Well, yeah, it is nice. I think that's cool.
Listen.
But why didn't she make it? But why pray for Christina Aguilera? She made. Well, you should pray for Christina Aguilera. But why pray for? She made it. And
Christina didn't make it.
Yeah,
Britney did.
Why did Britney make it and Christina didn't make it?
Because
Christina sang a lot better than Britney.
I think what it was is because Britney was
with Justin
completely controlled the whole time.
Yeah, maybe Christina wasn't going to be controlled.
No.
She was like, I'm not playing in your guys' game.
Christina Aguilera, come talk to us.
Oh my gosh, we love you.
I mean, I always wanted that because she was harder, sing better, present herself in a much better way than Britney.
I think that's what
did.
it was. She wasn't able to be controlled in that way because Britney's whole life was
controlled.
Very controlled, you're doing this, this, and this. You're not doing this. Like, it was very...
She dated Justin Timberlake too.
Oh,
Did Christina Aguilera
her.
date anybody huge that threw her into the spotlight?
No.
Man, Justin Timberlake, that guy got the best girls out there.
Don't get just started on Justin Timberlake.
You don't like Justin Timberlake?
Oh, I was in love with him from the age of 9 up until, was that last year?
He let her down, yeah.
Why?
It was right
The
after...
driving?
It was in February, remember? Because I was supposed to go. We had tickets to go to see Justin Timberlake. And then he rescheduled because he had the flu or something. And then it was 2 days after we got back from Africa, the trip that I went on. And he came back. So I was like, I'm not going to go. So I got the refund instead of going to the concert. She went to she tried to go to the concert.
Yeah. So I am standing outside of Nationwide Arena. The doors were supposed to open at 6 o'clock.
Oh, this is sounding personal.
Oh, I'm furious. So I like his songs. Come on, skip. I'm so salty. I had good seats too. No, we're standing outside Nationwide Arena, and they're not letting anyone in. They let a handful of people in, and then they stopped letting people in. And it was 5 minutes until the show was about to start. And there's no, what's going on? The security was like, we had a security issue. Another security guard was like, I don't think they can find him. It was like everybody had a different answer to what was going on. And so then he posted a couple minutes before his show was supposed to start that he was ill and had to cancel the show. And
Did you get your money back?
Stuck. Yeah, but I was stuck in the parking lot for 2.5 hours.
That's insane.
It's a parking garage.
So
Why
he
didn't he
canceled the
do
same
that?
show twice, and like she was already at the.
Was he
venue that
ever
time, so-
here? Did he ever came to Columbus, you think?
So
I think he was here.
he was here because a week later I went to another concert there at Nationwide, and I asked one of the security guards, I was like, hey, what really happened last week? Because I'm getting different stories. And he was actually so funny. He was like, man, he was here for soundtrack. He sounded amazing. I was passing out bracelets for VIP, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I don't know. I think he like lost his mind and like left. And I was just like, are you kidding?
Yeah, so he was there.
I don't know how true that is. I don't want to get in trouble for talking smack about Justin Timberlake. Don't come for me, but I'm still really upset with you.
You
So.
should come to Columbus, boy.
Jess isn't gonna go.
No.
You're not gonna go?
No.
If he comes, you're not
No.
gonna? Why
Not
did-
unless it's a free ticket.
He's going to cancel again.
Well,
Just saying. Just saying.
we don't like uncommitted people, though.
Yeah.
But speaking of music, I have a question. So what is your favorite kind of music? Like, what do
My
you
favorite-
listen to?
Oh man, I listen to the typical. I listen to everything. I do not like country.
What?
Do not like country music. No,
That's
it's
fine.
not that I do not. That's not that I do not like country music.
No, you said you liked Morgan Wallen.
I like Morgan.
You did say you
Wallen.
Well, he's
liked
a little like
but he's pop.
hip-hoppy, poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Taylor Swift country?
She used to be.
She used to be,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I listen to.
So you like Taylor Swift?
I like Taylor. It's not bad. I
make
hate
sure we have
Taylor.
that
I should have
recorded.
said I hate Taylor Swift. But
No, we would never have that on our podcast. Ever.
Delete that.
I like Taylor. But she's more pop though. So
Yeah.
so I would say I like pop music a lot. Honestly, I like EDM,
What is that?
electronic.
Okay.
dance
Like
music.
techno?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
okay.
how I. That's.
I can just picture you like
That's,
getting ready
that's,
for service.
I mean, that is exactly on
You're
Sunday.
like Howard.
On Sunday, I was coming here. I was
GTO.
listening to EDM.
He is GTL. Except for Laura does your laundry.
That is true. She does. Yeah, I don't do laundry. No, I'm not allowed. But yeah, EDM is my go-to
Okay.
music now. So I like pop and I like hip hop
Okay.
a lot. No, R&B.
Okay.
Like
Do you have a favorite artist? Like, who's your absolute favorite?
favorite artist.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
If you're stuck between two, you can say both.
No, I don't like. But my favorite artist is not good.
Listen, we're not judging you for being a
My-
pastor.
my-
That doesn't matter.
my favorite artist is actually Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love Kanye. I think
Yeah,
his musics are good. I know lately he's been a little bit weird, but
His music is good, though.
But
He's
his
got good
music is good.
Yep.
So if you have to on the EDM dancing music, I like Kygo. It's Kygo. I just
Okay.
like how soft and how the basses are on those.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there is a genre in Brazil, like a type of music in Brazil called forró.
Okay.
That I really dig into it. So all the guys who sing that, João Gomes is one of the guys. So I listen to Brazilian music too.
Okay.
So I like him. So in America, I'll say Kanye is probably my.
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm feeling down, I go there. Now there's guys like Friday, which is an R&B singer. I like the Rod Waves, another guy that I like to listen to. K Camp's another one, but this is like guys for now. So Kanye
That's
is
cool.
probably my guy.
Okay.
Is your guys Taylor for both? Or what is Taylor?
Taylor, 21 Pilots.
Oh, Taylor Pilot, yeah.
We know we love them. Every time I wear something with their logo, he's like, "What is that?" Every time. Like, 21 Pilots. Every time.
21 Pilots.
We also love Post Malone. We're pretty
Post,
obsessed
I like
with
Post Malone.
Mhm.
I listen to his country music.
You said you don't like country.
But-
I like
like-
his rap music better
I
than
like
his
his rap
country
music better, too.
Than the country.
Yeah.
I listen to his album actually often, the country music
Yeah.
album.
I like Jelly Roll a lot. You know.
See,
Do you have any? Not opinions, but like Jelly Roll is all about spreading Jesus right now. And do you, I guess, have an opinion about that?
Well, I mean, I'm very cautious with stuff like that. Like Kanye West, 2-3 years ago, he was all about Jesus, doing, service Sunday or whatever, and preaching about Jesus. Then 2 years later, where's the guy? Not even close to it.
He's been Jelly Roll's been talking about Jesus for a long time, though. He's just popular now, so everyone's hearing about him.
Really? Before even like this life transformation?
Yeah. You go back into his music
isn't his one tattoo on his face
a cross? Yeah. If you go back like his early, even when he was rapping, I mean, he may have some other stuff in there, but he definitely.
It's crazy because I don't think he even realized that he was that.
Faith has kind of always been there. He just is, I think, really closer to God now and is more present talking about it.
Yeah, I think anytime someone is talking about Jesus in a public sphere, I like that. Paul says somewhere in the Bible that it doesn't matter how people are preaching or why they're preaching, the motivation behind it, as long as they're preaching, that's fine. So I'm cool with that. I like that. I don't mind the fact that he's doing that. I think that's is a good thing for Christianity in general.
I think is someone that I like how I relate to you because of your walk. I obviously haven't had his past, but he's very open about his struggles. And then now you can see how life can be with Jesus in your life too, so.
Yeah.
And I don't say this because I'm a pastor. Life without Jesus and life with Jesus is completely different. Jesus anytime. And I have many examples to give on that, but I just take my word for it. A lot of people, think that Jesus doesn't make a difference, but Jesus makes a huge difference. And so I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm just saying, try it out someday.
I know when I make Jesus a bigger part of my life, it affects all parts of my life. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should end with one more question.
Okay, let's do it.
If someone listening feels unseen, unworthy, or disconnected from faith, what would you want them to hear today? I know it's kind of a deep one.
We've been deep.
Repeat that one again.
If someone listening feels unseen, unworthy, or disconnected from faith, what would you want them to hear today?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. You should have sent that to me beforehand. I would say, I'm sorry. I would say, I'm sorry first. I think people look at me and I represent God and church and Christianity. And I know there are some pretty terrible Christians out there who makes life miserable for people. So I recognize that. Yeah. So I want to say, I'm sorry that you felt that they made you feel that way. I want to validate that. A lot of Christians think they're better than everybody else, and that if you do not portray a kind of life that is acceptable to them, you're therefore not worthy of anything. Yeah. And I'll remind them of why people are called Christians is because of Jesus. And Jesus actually went after those who were unseen, unnoticed, unworldly, right? Who had bad experience with religion. That's what Jesus went for. He didn't went for those who got it all together, were clean, squeaky clean, isn't that what you guys say? Right? Yeah. No, he went for those who were broken, those who were imperfect, people like you and I. And I think when the church start having people get it all together before they can come in, when we create this kind of a barrier, like only the perfect can come in, I think we're already not Jesus there. And so what I would say is this, is that Christianity that hurt you, that Christianity that rejected you, that Christianity that didn't see you, that's not the Christianity that I'm aware of. That's not who Jesus was and what he taught. So I would say, I validate you, but your experience came from people, not from what God wanted for you. Yeah. So give it a second try on a different place, on a different location that will allow you to express yourself in the same way. Express yourself the way you are. I'll tell you a quick story fast. Not too long ago, a lady walks into the church and she was like, I felt very nervous, very nervous. And one of the staff was like, why you feel nervous? Because like, I've been to churches before, but they don't. But who I am, or how I look, and all that. She had piercings everywhere, tattoos in her face and her neck and all this stuff. It's like, I know people usually reject me, but I'm so broken and I need Jesus. So I heard about this place and I came in. And so the staff was like, you're in the right place, and picked me up. And I was like, I looked at her and she looked at me, she's like, you're the pastor? Like, yes. Like, she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm here. She's like, what are you sorry for?
Yeah.
Like, this is the place, the perfect place for you.
Yeah.
There's no expectation here. I say often we are all imperfect people living imperfect lives, but we love God and we want to love on people. And the church is for people like you and I who are imperfect, who are broken, who doesn't have it all together, but are looking for a better result for life. Right? Yeah. So you need to find that place where you can be yourself, that you're not pushed to be changed and feed into a specific mold. But just know this, that God has more for you than what you are right now. And if you're open to that, He'll transform your life. So I feel bad for people who have bad experience at church, who feel like unseen and unworthy. We are all must be seen, and we are all worthy. And we all have a place in God's heart. So I don't know.
Going back to cults, they all just need Jesus.
Yeah.
They're all looking for something that I think we're all... Colin actually told me the other day that church is like the hospital for the broken, and I love that.
Which is why I love the imperfect, but love. I think it's perfect.
If perfection was something to be achieved on earth, it would look like me.
I'm not a perfect Christian. I have tattoos. I cuss too much. I am crazy. I'm just figuring it all out. But,
I was born tattooed.
You're gonna get a real one of these days.
We're all just winging it in life. So, well, thank you for coming.
Thanks so much for talking to us.
Having me. That's fun. This was fun.
Hopefully, we're perfect first guests.
That's right. Well,
we come back and talk to us again. We'll give you some
any day, anytime. Just hit me up. This was fun. That's what it's all about, right? Relationship and good conversation. So
awesome.
All right. Thanks. See you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.